Guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm showing you my best photography of 2020. So let's get started. This photo I have is actually when I stayed with my friend for New Year's. It wasn't technically in 2020, I guess, but I posted it in 2020 on my photography Instagram, and I will put the image somewhere around here so you can just pose and look natural and relaxed and normal, because some people, when you pose them, it just looks awkward. The next photo I have was on April 15th, or at least I posted it on my photography Instagram on April 15th, and it's just a water droplet. I just really like this picture because the way it turned out and how it's all perfect, and the way it came out unexpectedly like this was amazing. So that's why I really like it, because I was blown away by my own skill. Next picture I have is from May 27th. It is a bird in a tree, but the tree is red and the bird is like white, blue, and white, I think. With all the vibrant colors, it just makes the bird pop, and the settings I had were just perfect, I thought. Next one I posted on June 11th, and actually I didn't plan on doing these pictures. I was in a photography group on Facebook, and I was kind of bored, so I was like, what are some photography exercises you recommend to practice on this Facebook group? And one person said, go into a room with no windows and take your phone, set up a tripod, wave your phone around, and just put the camera on continuous shooting while you're doing that, and adjust your settings. And it turned out really well, actually, and it got some real cool light streak effects that I never would have even thought of doing. Next one I posted on June 22nd, and it is a picture of my aunt and uncle's dog, Luna, but she's looking at a reflection in the door. I can't believe I got this shot, first of all. I've gotten pictures like this, but with people, so using a dog instead of a person was really cool, and the fact it turned out. This next one really relates to 2020. It was posted on July 9th. It's a photograph of a hospital, and I took a picture of this slogan that they put in their windows, "We will rise," and that was, of course, because the pandemic and people are just trying to stay positive, and so I really had to capture that image and that emotional feeling of trying to stay positive, especially in a place like a hospital where doctors and nurses are probably working overtime and they're overwhelmed with patients. And so I just really wanted to capture that moment in time, and later I'll probably look back on it in like years and be like, yeah, that was the pandemic. July 16th, I posted some sunset photos from up north, and the sunset I saw up north was the best sunset, I think, of the summer. But it was just the sunset over the lake, and I was blown away by how amazing it was. And so I just had to include those photos because A, I love sunsets and photographing them. Also, how spectacular the sunset was amazing. July 18th, I posted a picture of a turtle. So we were still up north, and one of my goals was to get a photograph of a turtle. And so me and my dad went in a kayak, and I told him, we are not getting out of this kayak until I get a picture of a turtle. And it took a while, but we did get a picture of a turtle. And if you haven't checked out my up north video, then I'll leave that in the description below. July 26th, I woke up bright and early, seeing the sunrise over the lake. It was absolutely phenomenal, and it turned out really well. And the fact that I didn't really have an experience shooting sunrise pictures is crazy because of how well they turned out and how good they actually looked in the end. August 3rd, I took some pictures of my sister and we incorporated a rose. But I love how the black and white was there for the photo in the background. But the fact I took it in Photoshop and recolored the rose to make the rose pop, they all turned out really well. Those I posted from her photo shoot were just of her hands and the rose, which I feel like gives another sort of story to the photo shoot. August 7th, I was supposed to have a horseback riding lesson, but I wasn't feeling too great. I went anyway, just took my camera, and I sat in the grass and photographed my riding partner. I'd never really photographed people horseback riding before. Pictures actually turned out pretty amazing. I am so happy because I eventually gave it to my riding partner, Maya, and she really liked them. August 17th, I exceeded my expectations. All summer I was trying to get a butterfly picture, and I got some, but none of them were like amazing until this day. I got a picture of a butterfly with its wings spread open, and it was just, I think this is my photograph of the year, to be honest. I couldn't believe I got this picture. I was like, oh my gosh. You guys, whenever I get a picture I really love or I'm proud of, it makes me want to cry of happiness. August 18th, we went to a sunflower field. So sunflowers just make me happy. And so these pictures really made me happy. In yellow, bright colors. It was just really fun, and I think the pictures turned out really good too. But I think my favorite picture from the sunflowers was the one where I put a mask on it, because 2020. December 2nd, I posted another water droplet photograph. Like I said, I don't do this quite often, so I'm glad that it was in focus and it looked good and you could see the stream of water trickling down. September 19th, we took a lighthouse road trip, and one of the lighthouse pictures I took just blew me away. I don't think a lighthouse would blow me away in a picture, to be honest. So I just love like the color of the blue sky. Going along with that day, I also got a picture of another lighthouse. This is another one that stood out to me. It's actually built on the grounds of a Coast Guard station, but I was standing on a pier looking back at the lighthouse, and it was just all, it was green and there was just so many bright colors, and the lighthouse is in focus and everything just seemed like it was in place, and that's really why as a whole the photograph looked really well. I posted this wall of like graffiti, but it was actually part of my lighthouse road trip, but it wasn't a lighthouse. It was just another site I got to see. But it was this graffiti wall, and it's actually part of a barn, but it wasn't a barn, it was like a dock. So imagine like a house on the water with the dock around it. I don't know, it was just a really interesting building. And supposedly you can bring your own paint or whatever, add your mark to the building, and it's just a tourist attraction. So there's a lot of people there. There's a lot of photographers. I even saw a wedding there. So we didn't spend as much time as I wanted to, just due to coronavirus. But it was a pretty cool place to get photos. Thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know which photograph was your favorite. And let me know down in the comments. Don't forget to like this video. Follow me on Instagram. See you guys in the next video. Today I'll be doing, today